Imagine, you and your family go on a magical vacation. The scenery is simply luscious and breathtaking. Desperate to capture these surreal moments, you take out your smartphone, press the shutter button, and you get this. It's a decent picture. The lighting's okay. You know you're supposed to be looking at these two girls. But it didn't capture the beauty of the moment like you saw it. Have any of you experienced this before? I have. A camera is a save button for the mind's eye. Roger Kingston. So how do we better translate what we visualize in our mind's eye into a cherished photograph? You don't take a photograph. You make one. Today I'm going to share with you 4 basic rules that can be used on a smartphone, automatic or point-and-shoot camera, or a professional one. These rules are for everyone and are guaranteed to tremendously improve your photos. For easy remembrance, we shall use the acronym RULE. Except for the photo you saw in the beginning, I will be using my own photos as illustrations. Firstly, the rule of thirds. When we take a photo, what do we usually do? Place the subjects in the dead center of the frame, as was done with this photo. It seems natural to place things in the center, right? Wrong. Science has proven that our eyes naturally gravitate towards the sides and corners of a photo. Yes, we are naturally drawn to things that are off-centered. Do you find that your eyes are more drawn to the girl in this photo compared to the last one? This effect is called the rule of thirds. Draw a mental grid that divides your photo into 3 parts vertically and 3 parts horizontally. Placing your subject along one of these lines, called a third, gives your subject visual power and appeal. To make your subject pop even more, place it on an intersection, called a PowerPoint, as I did with this girl. Here are some more examples of the rule of thirds. The rule of thirds works best 85% of the time without symmetry. Here are some examples of symmetry. In these cases, we should center our subject. Next, U stands for understand your subject. Don't shoot what it looks like. Shoot what it feels like. David Allen Harvey. To truly capture emotion in fleeting moments, we need to understand our subject. Tip 1. First, identify your subject and focus on it. Here we can see that this photo is of a group of girls, but on which girl should we focus on? Our eyes don't know where to look. Compare that photo with these. In these 3 photos, all of which can be taken with a smartphone, the subjects are clearly defined. Each one also seems to have more meaning. So identify your subject and focus on it. Capturing emotion is much easier this way. Tip 2. Change your perspective or angle. Generally, taking a picture from a higher angle gives your subject a sense of loneliness or detachment. I took the middle photo from eye level. This draws you into the boy's emotions. You can tell that he is pleading for something, probably from his mom. Lastly, a lower angle will give your subject a sense of power or superiority. Depending on the mood you want to communicate, choose the angle that best represents your subject. But most of the time, we will want to match our subject's eye level, especially when they are kids. Though we naturally take pictures from where we are standing, it's amazing how much we will capture and experience by just bending down a little. Do you see how doing this allows us to relate more with our subjects? Meaningful perspectives incite emotions in our viewers. So R stands for the rule of thirds, U for understand your subject, and L for lighting. Have you ever taken the perfect shot only to discover to your dismay that everything is just too dark? To brighten up your photos and thus your memories, locate your light source. Have your subject face the direction in which the light is coming from to get a well-illuminated photo. Try to find a balance so your photo is neither too bright nor too dark. When indoors, windows are your best friends. finally, E stands for environment. All too often we take photos with all sorts of distractions that ruin the story or message we mean to tell. Remove distractions. Tip 1. Clean up your background. Don't be afraid to ask people respectfully to move a little when you're taking a photo. A little cold-hearted elimination is necessary to achieve excellence. You can also change your angle to remove distractions. Sometimes we may want to include everything in a scene, but we actually lose more when we don't make sacrifices. Tip 2. Moving closer to your subject. Do you see how moving in closer to this hibiscus and this cellar gives these photos specific focus and aesthetic appeal? But sometimes it's just not possible to move in closer. In cases like this, not all hope is lost because there is still a tip 3, using distractions to frame your subject. Interestingly, distractions can become blessings in disguise when they are used as a sort of frame to draw even more attention to your subject. So, R stands for the rule of thirds, U, understand your subject, L, lighting, and E, environment. And these make up the 4 basic rules for better photos. But at the end of the day, these rules are all guidelines. Even if your lighting isn't perfect and every rule isn't followed, no amount of equipment can compensate for a photo that captures emotion. Rules, coupled with creativity, help your pictures tell the story you want to tell through your eyes. Don't take a photo, make one. This is Eliza from Eliza Tan Photography. For more information, go to elizatanphotography.com. Link is in the description as well. Thanks for watching!